the king. On your knees, dog.
Open the window, Hunter. Oh no, it looks like our boy Triple H is in a bit of a pickle. But who are these 6 individuals that have come to jump him? Realistically, we could have called this video the Sinister 66 because Triple H has wronged a few people. But wronged is putting it lightly. Number 6. It all began in the 90s, during the most rebellious era of wrestling. DX was born out of that chaos, with Shawn Michaels and Triple H at its core. Like 2 colliding supernovas, they created a black hole that defied all the rules. Took over WWF with a new level of riz. They were brothers in arms, 2 wolves on the hunt. But fate had other plans. In 1998, Shawn Michaels was forced to leave the ring. After a grueling match at WrestleMania 14, the heart of DX was ripped out. Triple H, with no choice but to carry on, stepped into the spotlight alone. He didn't just survive, in fact, he thrived, evolving into the Game. Yet no matter how high Triple H rose, the shadow of Shawn Michaels lingered. A ghost of what was. A ghost of what could be better. Ooh. 4 years later, the world watched as Shawn Michaels made his miraculous return, ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with his best friend once again. This is the Game. Cold, calculated, tore Shawn Michaels apart. What followed was a saga of brutality. From SummerSlam's bloodied battleground in 2002 to the legendary Hell in a Cell in Bad Blood in 2004, they pushed each other to the limit. Every punch, every steel chair shot felt personal. It wasn't just about winning, it was about who was actually the good part of DX. With every encounter, their story became more and more gripping, as if we were all witnessing a tragic Shakespearean tale of friendship, betrayal, and redemption unfolding right before our eyes. Their relationship would remain unrepairable. Until 2006, where the animosity faded, the battles they waged forged a respect so deep it could only be described as brotherhood. Which one of us has not had a blood feud with a sibling before? They reunited, reforming DX once again, this time as wiser, more seasoned version of themselves. It was a reunion that wasn't just about nostalgia, it was a celebration of a war they'd survived, and the bond they endured through it all. Behind the scenes, they became the pillars of WWE, guiding the next generation. Number 5.
What the Rock is cooking.
After Shawn Michaels was done lollygagging around with Triple H, he realized he needed to make his second run an impactful one. And what was more impactful than breaking the streak? So in 2009, then in 2010, But Triple H, who was always trying to eclipse Shawn Michaels, wasn't ready to let the chapter close just yet. Fueled by the desire to avenge his fallen friend and prove the streak wasn't as untouchable and prove that he was better than Shawn Michaels, Triple H stepped into that void. Triple H, just like Shawn Michaels, had fallen short, but the story didn't end there. Just like Shawn Michaels before him, he got back on that horse. In 2012, WrestleMania 28, this was an end of an era, locked inside the unforgiving steel walls of a Hell in a Cell. And in an almost poetic twist, Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee, standing between his 2 greatest rivals. The air was thick with history. Inside that cell, it was more than just physicality, it was emotion. Clashed in a battle that felt like a closing of a chapter of a wrestling generation. But it wasn't a defeat that defined this match. It was the image of all 3 men broken and bruised. The true end of the Attitude Era.
Number 4.
Wait, how can we talk about the Attitude Era without talking about... The car crash collision between Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin was inevitable. In the late 90s, during the Stone Cold Steve Austin-led Attitude Era, these 2 were opposing forces of nature. Austin, the rebellious, beer-swilling anti-hero, and Triple H, the cerebral, calculated corporate assassin. But in 2000, when Triple H fully embraced his role as the villainous leader of the McMahon-Helmsley faction, that rivalry truly ignited. Austin, driven by the revenge being taken out on him by a hit-and-run orchestrated orchestrated by Triple H, was a man possessed. But then, in 2001, something shocking happened. No, not that. Triple H and Stone Cold, bitter enemies, formed an unholy alliance known as the Two-Man Power Trip. It was a pairing no one saw coming. Together, they ruled the WWF with iron fists, capturing championships and leaving destruction in their wake. But this was a ticking time bomb. The partnership reached its climax when Triple H suffered a career-threatening injury. Just as quickly as they united, the Two-Man Power Trip fell apart.
Number 3.
In 2002, Triple H took a small trip down to Ohio Valley, and he saw some hot dudes. And one of the hottest dudes he saw, a young, brash, and immensely talented prodigy, Randy Keith Orton. So he took him under his wing alongside Batista and Ric Flair, forming Evolution. What is it? I don't know, man. It's a mystery. Don't ask. Triple H groomed Orton to be the future of WWE, and for years, Orton played this part as the legend killer. While learning the craft from the game himself, they were unstoppable as a faction, holding nearly every major championship. But as Orton's star rose, so did the tension. Triple H couldn't tolerate being overshadowed. Oh man, Stone Cold got so lucky with that injury. Their climactic moment came in 2004 when Randy Orton became the youngest world heavyweight champion in WWE history. The victory was supposed to be Evolution's crowning achievement. Triple H, jealous of Orton's career, betrayed him, complete with an iconic thumbs up, no, you got pranked thumbs down moment. Orton's rise became his downfall. Years later, the two would reignite their feud in 2009, with Orton fully embracing his role as the villainous Viper. Oh no, the weapons that I formed against the world have now been used against me. Who could have seen this coming? The student had grown into his own legend. And giving Stephanie a little Keith. What about the other student of Triple H's school?
Number 2.
In the early 2000s, Batista was Evolution's enforcer, the muscle behind Triple H's cerebral strategy. Alongside Randy Orton, Batista was hand-picked in the OVW 2002 class by Triple H to be the future of WWE, standing loyally by Triple H's side and crushing anybody who dared to challenge their dominance. But as Batista grew more confident, cracks began to form in the foundation of Evolution. The question wasn't if Batista would challenge Triple H, it was when. I think Batista paid attention during Randy Orton's betrayal. He was very close. Their climax would come in 2005 when Batista won the Royal Rumble and Vince McMahon tore both of his quads, stayed loyal to the man who had given him everything and taught him how to fish, or challenge him for the world title. The tension built week by week until Batista made his fateful decision and used Triple H's patented prank against him. At WrestleMania 21, in front of a roaring crowd, Batista had defeated Triple H in a career-defining moment. Years later, the two would unite, but the dynamic had shifted, even asking Triple H to do the honors of giving him his one last match. The students of Evolution always remained cordial with Triple H because they knew the closer they remained with him, the more power that they had. The rivalry between Triple H and Bryan wasn't just about titles, it was about defying expectations and breaking the mold. Bryan was the one creature Triple H could never fully conquer. Just like with The Undertaker, Daniel Bryan's beef with Triple H transcends wrestling entirety into two moments of giving it everything you got so you can finish your story, which we all know would resonate with the WWE audience for years to come.
Behold the king. On your knees, dog.